The cursed banyan tree. In a small village nestled between dense forests and winding rivers lived an old woman named Pedarasi Peddamma. She was known for her wisdom, her terrifying stories, and the chilling warnings she gave to children about the cursed banyan tree at the edge of the village.
Never go near that tree after sunset. For those who do, never return the same.
Most villagers heeded her warning, but young Ramu was different. He was 16, adventurous, and skeptical of old superstitions.
They just say that to scare us.
Told his friend Gopi.
It's just a tree. What's the worst that can happen?
But Gopi, like the rest of the village, was afraid.
My grandmother says the tree is haunted by Yakshini, a spirit who lures men with her beauty and steals their souls.
Ramu laughed.
Ghosts don't exist. I will prove it.
And so, one fateful evening, Ramu set off alone toward the cursed banyan tree. The sun had just dipped below the horizon, and a strange silence filled the air as Ramu approached the ancient banyan. Its twisted roots sprawled like 1,000 writhing snakes, and its branches stretched unnaturally high as if trying to touch the heavens. A slight breeze whispered through the leaves, but to Ramu, it almost sounded like a woman laughing. Ignoring the unease creeping into his chest, he walked closer and placed a hand on the bark. Cold, unnaturally cold. Suddenly he heard it, soft anklets jingling behind him. His breath caught. He spun around, nothing, just the empty path leading back to the village. He exhaled,
It's just my imagination.
but then a voice, Ramu. His blood ran cold. It was a woman's voice, soft and sweet, almost singing his name. He turned back to the tree and gasped. A beautiful woman in a red sari stood before him, her long black hair flowing like silk, her eyes dark and hypnotic. She smiled. Why are you afraid? She asked, stepping closer. Ramu's heart pounded.
Who are you?
She giggled. I have been waiting for you. Her anklets jingled as she moved, her scent intoxicating like fresh jasmine on a moonlight night. Everything in Ramu's mind screamed at him to run, but his body refused to listen. Come closer, she whispered. He took a step forward. A sudden sharp cry broke the spell. It was Gopi. Ramu blinked. The woman was gone. Just the old banyan stood before him.
Ramu, what are you doing?
Gopi's voice trembled.
You were talking to the air.
Ramu looked around dazed.
No, there was a woman. She was just here.
Gopi grabbed his arm.
We have to go now.
Ramu returned home, but he was not the same. That night he tossed and turned in bed, sweating despite the cool air. In his dreams, the woman in red called to him, whispering his name over and over. By morning, dark circles had formed under his eyes. He barely spoke. He barely ate. His mother, worried, called for Pedarasi Peddamma. The old woman arrived, her sharp eyes scanning Ramu's dull, lifeless face. She placed a hand on his forehead, closed her eyes, and muttered a few mantras. When she opened them, her face was grim.
He has been touched by the Yakshini.
Gasps filled the house. Is there a cure? Mother pleaded. Peddamma nodded.
But we must act before the next full moon or he will be lost forever.
That night, Peddamma gathered the village elders. A sacred fire was lit and Ramu was made to sit before it. Peddamma sprinkled turmeric and holy ash on his forehead and began chanting. As the mantras grew louder, Ramu's body shook violently. His eyes rolled back. He let out an inhuman, chilling laugh. Then he spoke, but it was not his voice. He is mine now. The voice was soft, seductive, and not human. Peddamma's grip tightened around her prayer beads.
Yakshini, leave this boy.
The fire blazed higher, crackling unnaturally. Ramu screamed, clutching his head. Peddamma reached into the flames and pulled out a blackened neem leaf. She pressed it against Ramu's forehead. The moment it touched his skin, a piercing shriek filled the air. A woman's voice. Agonized and furious, the fire exploded outward and suddenly Ramu went limp. A gust of wind rushed through the house and then silence. Peddamma exhaled.
It is done.
Ramu woke up weak but alive. The darkness had left his eyes. Peddamma turned to the villagers.
The Yakshini has been banished for now, but the tree remains cursed. No one must go near it after sunset.
The villagers swore they never would. As for Ramu, he never spoke of that night again. But sometimes, when the wind blew through the village at dusk, he swore he could hear it, the jingling of anklets, and a woman's voice whispering, Ramu. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.